Oh,
Good morning, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
寂寞的山 Good, good. Another happy day. Every day, happy day.
Very good. Very good.
Good morning, Frank, sir. Hey, okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, Daniel, sir.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Ahmed.
Afternoon, Fuji and DK.
Yeah,
Good.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning. How is good morning in Japanese, Fuji?
Ohayo. Huh?
Ohio.
Like Ohio. US.
Morning,
Ohio, Fuji.
Hey, perfect.
Morning, guys.
Ohio, David. Means good morning in Japanese.
My daughter is Fuji. My daughter is a manga fan, so she's speaking a little bit Japanese now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All the Japanese culture in her bedroom.
Wow. Interesting. Let me start with me. A small update. KDC internal support order. About the KDC case, I took this case over from Antonio yesterday, but other than passing along the DAG Dayton feedback, there is no real update. So yeah, for the other one, QMark issue, still waiting for the data and virtual printer or something like that. So nothing new there either. Yeah. That's from my side. Thank you. DK, how's FKK going? All good?
Good morning, everyone. And okay, so China was quiet today. Really quiet. No any case. So FKK side is all was good. And today we just the customer have get a manual stitching to try to manual stitch filling the functions. So it looks like well, it's good. Yeah. That's from my side. Thank you.
Okay, so just quickly.
Rob, just a question quickly before I forgot. The phase adjustment we did on the 520, is there a special software for FKK to do it in the same way?
Yes.
Yes, they all need different versions, yes.
Did you got it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We're in the process of controlling that out, Hallel, because Stick and Mule need it as well. Everyone needs it to be able to be aligned with the SOPs that are being written. So we talked about it this week and said that we need to get that out to those sites, so they're working on it. I think, if I remember correctly, Sticker Mule and FKK, because they're wide systems, I think they need some slight change making within the GUI or something that needs to be done yet.
Yeah, FKK,
Okay,
Doug planning to update the DFE and controller next week. I'm working on it with Doug.
Right, so Fuji's planning on doing an update next week, and hopefully that's one that includes the new phase cycle test pan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then Fuji, on this KDC one with the, can you give us a little bit more background on what happened? Was this a one-time isolated incident where and can you just confirm what happened is we received a end of job signal and the rewind tried to splice. Did it complete the splice or did it fail during the splice?
Yeah. I don't know the what's going on, but I heard about one time, but let me check one more time. Yeah. I heard about just one time, but
Okay. Well, you've seen Doug's response. He's saying the controller received the signal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw that.
Whether that was intended or whether it was noise, we got the signal, so we reacted as we should react, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. EMA then.
Yeah, so regarding clays, I asked Amalia yesterday who can we dispatch. So Mark Rowland will be in clays today, this afternoon.
Excellent.
And also Zombier, I checked this morning and the machine is running. So the power distribution board seems to resolve the issue.
Yeah, but my issue is, if you read the rest of the chat, etc., Robert's still gone forwards and ordered some parts, I believe.
Okay, we told him yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I told him he needed to check. He responded in the case feed saying, where was it? So he put, PR has been created for the parts. That was 16 hours ago. Okay, so after we spoke. So I asked the question as did it need these to recover a hard down machine? Have we established if they're just asking for these for local stock? And Robert's put is for a hard down machine. I logged in this morning. They were running with all positions. A machine is not hard down. I asked the operator on the notepad session how things were, and his response to me in the image you can see was, I don't know about that. We've just got a line of distribution board overnighted and we installed it this morning. Is everything good and operational working on your side? So far, so good, thank you. So don't know why the hell we've sent the parts even after having the conversation about being careful about that. So I need to pick that up with Robert this afternoon.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ordered them, yes.
Yeah. And as another general reminder for everyone on that, another thing I picked up with Robert on that, the remote triage assessment step, again, has not been completed. So, as I say, let's just be due diligent and make sure we're going through those steps, the begin investigation, remote triage assessment, etc., as we go through these cases, guys. Also, I did get a response from Amalia on the topic of the Italian calls, and we now have an action from that, which I'll be looking for volunteers for. So Amalia said she'll ask the team to copy the daily reports into the feeds. Can we give her the case numbers and she will get them updated immediately? So the cases that were complained about that have got no information, we need a volunteer to go and find those particular cases for Italy and give me a list of the case numbers so we can provide that back to Amalia to get the updates done on the ones that are available.
I will do that, Rob.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
That will be only for the cases that they are still opened, Rob, I believe.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
But again, we are going to put in the feed, but do we want to copy it in Teams in the folder or not?
They should be going up to Teams as well, yes. I mean, to be fair, I can go back to her and tell her when she does this, what we should do going forwards is have the report itself in Teams and then just copy and paste the SharePoint URL into the case feed.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you go through the case feed, you can just click on that, it will jump you straight into SharePoint to that report, and you can go through that whole report.
But you want a link in the feed. That's what we said. We want a link in the feed and in Teams, the original document, correct?
Yeah. But Teams is effectively SharePoint, so it'll most likely direct you to a SharePoint site, but that is what Teams is based on.
But
also because of sorry, Gabriel. Also because of storage, and Salesforce, in on the training on the knowledge base was really insisting on not putting, avoid to put data on Salesforce, generally speaking.
Cost us an absolute fortune, is what I said yesterday, so I'd prefer to have them in a separate location, but just have something that can drive us straight to that external location, which the URL should do.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I have a question. If we do only for the cases that they are open and not closed, but if I find the cases where the fieldwork order have been closed and no feed, are we interested to have a report in the Teams in order to recall it anytime we want to see what happened? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
So I will give you the list with closed cases.
Yeah. As I said, I just want all the cases. Ahmed obviously mentioned about the fact that we won't be able to put the URL into the closed ones. I understand that, but I'll give the list of all cases to Amalia and give her the instruction to say, open cases, please put the report into the SharePoint and create a URL or save the URL out into the case feed. For those that are closed, please just publish the report into SharePoint/Teams. So.
Okay. So I will make a list with the case number and the fieldwork order number and the service appointment number or something. All the information about it.
Just getting the case numbers is enough, I think.
An Excel file is good for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
please.
Fully understood. Okay, I'll do it.
All right. Cheers. Okay, General. Oh, Brad's typing back to me, so that's all right. So then with regards to, updates that I know of from my side, so we're going to continue to work with Constantine and Fabio at Mediagraph today. And then we did receive some new data from the Bristol guys last night with regards to Press 2, the registration issues. From what we're seeing, there is a very slight difference between ASVs on versus ASVs off, but as I say, it is very slight between those two. However, even with ASVs on, from me and Youssef talking and looking at the data, I'm surprised they're still not complaining about the registration, to be honest with you, because it's bloody awful. It does look like it's job content driven. but we need some more information about what this file actually looks like, because, I mean, you said, again, your thoughts here, even that level of registration for a random asymmetric job, it's still, I mean, it looks some of the worst I've ever seen, to be honest with you. And I just can't believe that their job content is going to be of that kind of level in comparison to other customers who, you know, do commercial work and stuff like this.
Yeah, I think we had a similar case last year. I don't remember if it was last year, but it was Siskra, where
Right.
they had asymmetric job, and
Yeah.
we had to go back and explain that.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the only significant difference is there you're talking 5,000 versus 6,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks bloody awful. So we've asked.
We don't have
we've
the
asked-
job. It's difficult. It's difficult to
Yeah.
But the
Tell.
transport data was good, or Youssef?
I wouldn't say it's perfect, but there's nothing boldly
nothing
standing
shocking.
out as an independent issue.
Yeah, I don't see big issues there.
There's like a blip here and there, but well, maybe one blip in the run that we saw. But when you weigh that up over the C2C data, the frequency of the issue in the C2C data is much more frequent than what that one blip in the transport data is.
Yeah, he replied in saying this will probably be after lunch
Yeah.
because they are running the machine. So I guess they don't see these issues on the other jobs.
No, there's only a couple of jobs that it shows on, but that's the other interesting thing is apparently it's on press 2 and press 3 as well, Youssef. So maybe at some point as well we're going to have to get comparative data of press 3 and see whether they run the same on both presses or whether there's a difference in the error as well.
So I guess press 1 is not running that kind of job.
No.
Yeah. Mhm.
There is a specific job for press 1.
I mean, they use it as a backup, but the punch perf isn't the same configuration as on the 26000s, so they're limited to what applications they can do. That's correct, isn't it, Daniel? Punch perf slightly different on press 1.
Yes.
Okay. I think it might be that it doesn't have file hole punching or something.
So do you want to give an official answer then? Because it's related to a asymmetric job? What do you want to do then, Rob?
We're not finished, Halil. We need to get more data. We don't know that it's down to... As I say, I can't... From knowing the kind of applications that Bristol run, all the images we've seen, all right, there's some little banners there, but they're little banners. I mean, you think about, like, the banners that you see on Pal Media's work, Halil. Yeah, they're quite thick 1-2 inch banners at the top of the pages and stuff like this. So everything we've seen in the images so far are only very small banners, you know, maybe centimetre max high. But we've not got a view on the whole file. What does it really look like? But I'm just going historically on the type of stuff that Bristol print versus, you know, customers like Paragon Schwandorf, who did hugely heavy coverage work and stuff. It's just hard to get into my head that a random asymmetric job is causing that bad register.
Okay.
Youssef, have you got any of the files open just to pop up on the screen and let the guys see it?
You mean the analysis or?
Yeah. The C2C data for press 2.
Yeah, I have it.
And as I say, the other thing that's quite shocking to me is that even with ASVs on, that they're not complaining. So this is without ASVs. This is a cross track. signs black, one camera.
Yeah. So cross track in blue, in track in red.
Are you sure the job is not black only on, there is black, they have many jobs with color in one side and black only on the other side, if I remember well.
Same, it's the same behavior on both towers. It's the same.
Yeah, but what Khalid is saying is that they run black and white job with the logo. It's just a bank statement or something like that, so they will not see problems with blue. It's just text and the logo.
What do you mean blue? What do you mean by blue?
The Lloyd, for example, they have a blue logo on the top left. Puzzonis also have this kind of job. The bank statements, you have on the top the logo, and all the rest is black only.
Why would that show as bad C2C data? It should be pretty rock solid then if we're only printing black on Tower 2, for example.
Yeah, but for example, there is this banner on the top of the page with some colors. Again, I'm not sure, but Daniel, maybe you remember, there is a kind of banner on the top, plus the logo in color, that's it.
Yeah, Rob, I'm thinking this data is from runtime marks.
Yes,
yeah,
it
correct.
is.
Yeah, so if they have black text and the logo somewhere on the page which they see acceptable, they will not complain about off-track, in-track or cross-track registration if it looks okay, because the operator looks at the top and
so let me clear this up, Daniel. This is a particular job that the customer has complained about levels of registration on, okay? And the guys came back to us. Here's an example of the registration that we've seen before. You see it's significant, probably a mil and a half misregister there, cross-track. Now, the guys are telling us when they run with ASVs on, the registration is better and acceptable. Okay, so both these runs are with the job that the customer, one of the jobs that the customer's complaining about registration of. Now, Youssef, if you can just, obviously we were just looking at the without ASVs there, and you saw the cross-track variables that we had, but if you look at it even with ASVs on the same tower.
ASV, let me just auto scale it. So we are looking at the same signature basically. Pretty much the same signature. It's just the amplitude. Hold on. Oh no, this is still without ASV. Sorry, my mistake.
So if they complain about it, that's fine. So I was confused because Europe said a moment ago that it's bad enough and they don't complain about it. So I thought, well, maybe that's because they have a black job only. But if they complain, that's fine. They should, because it's awful.
So no, they're complaining that with the ASVs off, the register's bad. But the same with the ASVs on, it's all right. But again, this is it now with ASVs on. Look at the pixel on the district.
Yeah, so basically the let's say the signature of the cross-track is pretty much similar. It's just the amplitude. So here we are having peaks up to 350 micron with ASV. Without ASV, we are going up to 500.
500, yeah.
But if you look at the signature, it's pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the difference with ASVs on versus ASVs on is like 0.1 of a millimeter. However, even without them on, we're seeing misregisters of like 0.4 of a millimeter. Just seems strange that they're not still complaining about it with ASVs on, because this should still be visible.
Well, if they are happy with that, that's fine. That's only for our advantage, but we should be fixing that because it's not correct.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying. And we need to get Bristol to non-ASVs, Daniel. Like Paragon Abbey View, it needs to be standardised. That's what Mark Buckingham wants. And what we were saying to the guys here is that level of misregister isn't going to be just down to the fact that you've got ASVs on versus ASVs off.
Yeah, that's correct.
So yeah, so we've asked them now to do another run with this job and then immediately batch on the fly into a blank job as well. I think you also asked to see if we could actually get the file or something as well, didn't you, Yusuf?
Yeah, correct. Like a file or a dummy file, right?
We need to get eyes on what this job actually looks like, because the data's saying it's a really challenging job. I just find that hard to get in my head for Bristol, to be honest with you. I could be completely wrong, but...
Is this the only picture we have, or do we have other pictures?
I think if you expand that bit that you had, if you expand that post, there might be a couple more there, I think. Yeah, but this is about all we've got. But, I mean, what you're seeing on the page there, that content's nothing.
But there is like a background here in green, right? I see a background on...
Yeah, but it's still it's not anything intense, is it? Do you know what I mean, Yusuf?
Yeah, it's not intense, but we are just getting little bits of document here and there.
Exactly.
We don't have a full view. Mm-hmm.
So
okay. Yep.
All right.
Okay, so we shall see. Okay.
So I think, if we can get the blank data and if we can see there's still rooms for improvement on the blank data, we need to work on dialing in that data in the blank and then see what the outcome is on this particular job after that and see if we can quash that or squash that, the amplitude of that cross-track error down. And then at some point, potentially, do we have an opportunity to look at in-track as well? Because looking at these images here, Yusuf, that lower image, that's an in-track problem they're complaining about there. The step in the red bar and the step in the black line.
Here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, again, they are using one runtime mark. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you use one-time mark, it will not tell you what's the error introduced by the Q sensor. But I told you in the feed. Mm-hmm.
Because we may end up having to get them also to check their tap resolutions as well. Be interesting to know whether they're at bog standard settings for a 6000.
Yeah.
We can ask them to print a test pattern to have an overview about how it is, Rob.
Yeah, we've just got to time it in with the rest of the tests and get the machine time to do it.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Okay, what else have we got, guys?
We already spoke about Mediagraph. We are good. Anything else? No, I don't think so.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah,
right, guys.
We just need to agree which articles we want to publish again, Halil.
Yes, we need to discuss. We did not do it yesterday, sorry. If you have time, I don't know if you started with Dean and Bristol, and we can do it just after the call if you want.
Yeah, okay.
Okie dokie, call it a
Okay.
call. Let's do this afternoon. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye now. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.